Good morning. This is Coffee with the Rocket Man coming to you live, babies, from Bachelor Hut Studio. And on this show, I keep it real whether you like it or not. Martin Luther King Day. I did not agree with everything that Martin Luther King did or said, but I do agree with the fact that slavery is terrible. It's an awful thing. Um, and But what we got to be clear on here, have things changed a whole lot? Um, you know, slavery on the plantation was bad, but slavery to the government is bad too. And that's where people need to be educated, is slavery uh, to the government. If your livelihood, if the Section 8 house or apartment you live in, the projects basically, or you know, if your house you live in is provided by the government, if the food you eat is provided by the government, if all your bills are paid by the government, your doctor bills, I mean, with everything is paid by the government, then you're not free. You're still not free. You're a slave to the government, because a government big enough to give you everything you want is also big enough to take away everything you have. And that's what people don't get. You know, the Bible says if you don't work, you don't eat. Uh, and I I don't believe that having multiple children out of wedlock, because you don't have to pay for them, the taxpayers have to pay for them. I don't think that's what God wanted. And I don't think, well, I know that's not what God wanted. And I don't think that's what Martin Luther King uh, uh, Jr. wanted either. Uh, I don't think that's what he wanted. Uh, I sometimes question, his politics, and I think he might have been slightly socialist. Uh, but he's right in that. All right, is the population, the black population, better off now? In some ways, yes. In the fact that they are, I say they, some, a lot, a large percentage are a sponge to the just sucking in all the government subsidies. That can't produce pride in their lives. That cannot produce pride in their lives. Um, some of the hardest working, finest people I know are black. They figured it out. They have gotten, heck, they make a hell of a lot more money than I do. They work hard. They've got two or three jobs. I think that's what Martin Luther King intended and wanted. Um, I don't think he intended on, what it amounts to is the people in Congress, the politicians, are using taxpayer money to buy votes with it. That's what it amounts to. They don't really care about the people living in the project. They care about getting reelected. They care about money. They care about power. I think Republican Party is obviously not perfect either, but conservatism, we won't even get on parties. Conservatism, where people want to become educated, they want to take care of themselves, they want to take care of their families, they want to, from whatever race, whatever ethnicity, they want to live that American dream, not that's where everything's given to them, but where hard work and sweat and toil and tears and blood works out, where they put in the time and the effort and they win. They're a winner. They're productive. That's what Martin Luther King, I'm thinking, in my estimation, that he stood for. He stood for our rights. Uh, uh, to not sit around doing nothing, but to be productive. Um, was he perfect? No, he was not. But hell, neither am I. All right. So that's where we got. That's where we're. People need to be educated. They need to learn. They don't need to. They need to get off the government plantation. Um, and become productive members of society. That way, they will have pride in themselves, pride in what they do, pride in their family, and that goes for everybody from every denomination, from every color, ethnicity, whatever. That's what people need to do. All right, that's my 2 cents worth, for what it's worth. All right, this has been Coffee with the Rocket Man, coming to you live, babies, from Bachelor Hut Studio. And on this show, I keep it real, whether you like it or not. You can like me, you can love me, you can hate my guts, you can email me, rocketshow@gmail.com. Now, Rocket has 2 T's on it, ROCKETT show@gmail.com. Let's start up some interaction. And until next time, keep it real and wake up, people. If you like this video, then hit the like button and subscribe.